da 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 da. Monica, da 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 da. I don't know how that song goes, but it's Mambo number 5. So what's up, guys? Yeah, a little bit of Mambo number 5, and a little bit of sweet and spicy. So there we go. That's what's on the store for tonight, and seeing what you guys are up to. Made it through another week, back into the fun stuff. I didn't realize today was actually a holiday, so apparently it was Columbus Day. So anyways, hopefully you guys are having a good day. Everybody's doing good. So I'm gonna go ahead and try a few of these. Got some of the spicy nuggets and more of their sauces. Sweet and spicy jam, Mambo number 5. So yes. Okay, well, yeah, this is their Mambo this is sweet and spicy with the spicy nuggets. Not too bad. So how's your guys' weekend? Hopefully everything went well. Just got, so I got my, they brought the spicy nuggets back. Oh, that's pretty good. They got a little more zip to them than the regular nuggets. Anyway, that was pretty good. And you know what? I don't even think they have that at mine anymore. I've had that McChicken. I won't even get that McChicken anymore. It's like half the size, super thin, tough as nails. It has, it's like not very good. I don't even bother with the McChicken anymore, even if it's on sale. I had it the one time and it was so paper thin, tough as nails. The flavor was not good, and they put like a drop of mayo and a little bit of crappy lettuce. And even their regular chicken, their whatever they call them, crispy McChickens, they're not that great either. So I have to go with the spicy nuggets. I don't know. Every once in a while, I don't get them all that often, but I wanted to try the sauces while I was here. Stock up on them. And then they have the Mambo number 5. Everybody keeps calling it Mumbo sauce. I guess that's what it was originally. And a half a piece of cheese. Yeah, I like Wendy's. I like their spicy chicken. That's a good one. So, and Burger King. And in fact, you will find out in about 10 minutes or 20 minutes. About a half hour. You'll find out something about Burger King's chicken. Nope. Apparently it's some kind of sauce in DC. They call it Mambo because they didn't want to get in trouble, but I'm not sure why. Kind of one of those things that they, I don't know. And tonight, I'm drinking something. I got my balls in my hand. And no, they're not sweaty. They're chilled. It's kind of a cross between ginger ale and cream soda. So it's actually pretty good. I think I had it a long time ago. It's a little different. It's always better when it comes out of a bottle. Something about the glass and the ice. Oh, I've got that for later. Got one of these left. So there's all energy drinks and Mountain Dews and all that. I've heard they're bringing out new Baja flavors in March. And some kind of fruit punch and lemonade. They're Baja. It's the new Baja flavor. They do that every year. Laguna lemonade and some kind of fruit punch. Baja, but not till March. So we got a couple months. And I'm not sure if they're going to be doing a Christmas one or not. You know, they did the gingerbread, they did the fruit quake. I'm not sure if they're going to be doing a one tonight, but we'll see. And we're right smack dab in the middle of pumpkin spice. So, yeah, pumpkin spice. What did I see? I was almost going to get it, but decided not to. They had one bottle of pumpkin spice eggnog milk. It's that Nutcher milk that I've tried. They had pumpkin spice eggnog. I'm not a real big fan of pumpkin spice, but I might be willing to try it. They didn't really have a big selection of flavors this time. It's hit and miss. It depends. Sometimes they got a good selection, sometimes they don't. But I did pick up a couple things that I've actually done before, just because I want to get my chocolate fix. These are the Hershey miniatures for fall. We've got the fall decoration on them. Nothing different there. Thought it was pretty cool. Trying to think if there was anything. Nothing major. Still waiting for some of the stuff to come out. I actually did order some stuff. It's going to take a little while to get here, but it will be major. I'll tell you that. It will be major, and it's something I've been waiting for like eons. So whenever I get that, I got a couple of great reviews coming up. At least in the store. Some of them have been about 40 years in the making. I think it's all marketing too. Some of them you can find them. Some of them are very limited. Where did I go the other day? They were out of like everything. Right now, the big thing is cereal for Halloween time a lot. So, cereal and candy, I guess. What did I see? Caramel apple or something like that. They got all the stuff I've tried before, the junior mints for the orange and black junior mints for Halloween. it was caramel apple sugar daddies. What was on there? Weird drinks. I still have that Fanta. What the Fanta? And that is pitch black. I just had a can of that. Still kind of up on the air on what the flavor is. Everybody says it's great, but I'm not really sure. So we will wait and see. And then what else? A lot of pumpkins. I've seen the one talking pumpkins. LED light, masks and all that stuff. I'm more old school. Didn't really do much. I don't do Halloween costumes anymore. No kids around here. Oh. Kind of, yeah, kind of a lost holiday now. They actually do it downtown. Kids go downtown. They go to businesses. They have like what they call it, Witches Night. Hi, Tazzy. What are you doing? No. I don't think you want this. Hey, Ranger. So yeah, just having a couple of spicy nugs and the new sauce. This one's a little sweet. Sweet and sour jam. Almost reminds me of the sweet chili sauce, but more thicker and more sweetness to it. It does have a little bit of a kick, and I think that's what that spices are in there. I have not been to Wendy's for a little while. I know Burger King is going to be getting their Ghost fries and Ghost Whopper back. I think it's not till Thursday though here. Occasionally, but I haven't lately. So I do kind of catch things here and there. I did have a disaster with my McDonald's account. Somehow I forgot the password, and when I went to go put it back in, I don't know, somehow I set it up with different emails and I couldn't get back to it. So basically I lost the points that I had. I had to start it all over. I didn't have a whole lot, but I couldn't get it to recover the other one because something about I had passwords all messed up and things were associated with something else. And I don't know. Anyway, I started over from scratch. I'll get points as I do this stuff. But and so what else? Like I said, you saw a lot of the Halloween stuff, the candy corn licorice, which was eh. What else? I did get a couple of new dice. Still got to ink the ones. And what are you doing, Taz? Where are you going? Bye. Yeah, he's been really weird lately. He's getting into boxes and bags and kind of restless. Anyway, that's him. Oh, excuse me. The one good thing though about McDonald's is you can get a McDouble Buy one, get one for, I believe, $1. And that's all the time. You don't have to have a coupon code for that one. I believe it's you can get fries or a McDouble for $1 when you buy one. And in the morning, you can do it with sausage burrito and I think hash browns. So that's all the time. That's like an all the time deal. McDoubles aren't too bad. Hey, Errol. Yeah. Tazzy just went somewhere. I don't know. Ziggy, I don't know where he is. He is off somewhere. But definitely, they've been doing pretty good. Now it's got all of a sudden, we got really cold here. It was only 60, 68 degrees here. The other day it was almost 100, so we like dropped overnight. Now it's going to be more in the 70s and 60s. Fall weather time. And we are going to be going into the time change soon, so it is getting darker earlier. And it's starting to cool off a lot. We had a little bit of a heat spell. It was 100 degrees for a couple of days. And the cats are starting to sleep on the couch and find somewhere warm to sleep. I'm gonna keep warm. So anyways, that was kind of cool. Let's see what else. No real big news. I have to go too. Oh really? I wouldn't put them in the freezer. I still have the Voodoo. I got a case of Voodoo and I got a case of Y3000, one sugar. And I think, did I get the other? Maybe I did. I don't know. And like I said, tonight I'm just sitting here. This is still gonna be a funny joke. I don't know why. I'm sitting here with my balls in my hands. Yes, my balls. They got little spikes on them. It's still funny. So I'm gonna have to find a new place to get some of the drinks, because the one's closing that I used to get all the bottled drinks from. Some of them still have them a little bit here and there, but not everywhere. And what else? Still find a lot of stuff online. Weird drinks, weird energy drinks, strange names. You'll see a couple of them coming up soon. I still have the one I gotta try. I'm not looking forward to it. I put that one for last. I'm not sure how that's gonna taste. I don't know. Maybe I should do it closer towards Thanksgiving. They actually did have a turkey and gravy Jones soda. I got it, but it didn't make the shipping. So unfortunately, got lost in transport, so I wasn't able to get the Jones turkey and gravy soda. I've not seen it anywhere else. And they didn't even get back to me when I sent them pictures and told them, you know, it was received damage. It was only $4, so I'm not terribly worried about it, but I won't be getting from them again. it was not packed well. And I guess might have been old stock, the lid leaked out. Some of the other ones I did get, they had a little bit better. They were sealed. They didn't just leak out. I think it was kind of a rough ride. But some of the stuff, I'm trying to remember some of the companies I had. Very strange things, lots of different drinks, lots of different candies. Classic candy, strange ones. I tried these tonight. In addition to the balls, I don't know why this is like a weird thing. All right, I got some nut roasters. Jake's nut roasters. These are blue cheese and cracked pepper almonds. And another nut roaster. Bloody Mary. From Jake. From State Farm. Yeah. Or the guy from 16 Candles. Jake. He doesn't even know I'm alive. But yeah, they were in the store, and it was crazy. After I bought them, I found out they were on closeout. They were like $1 off. I was like, crap. Figures they put them on sale after I buy them. So yeah, anyways, that's the story of my life. They put things on closeout. They I think they were trying to get rid of them. No one liked them. There were actually 2 other flavors, but they didn't sound very interesting. Anyway, a lot of strange stuff out there now for the holidays. All right, get some rest. Thanks for dropping in. Appreciate it. And I'm gonna have to do some stuff tomorrow. I might have to open up my own can. Because somebody has been liar to me. He's taken an awful long time to get something done, and I'm gonna have to go down there and open up my own can. Go in there and start, whooping some butt. You've been lied to me. You promised me you would be done by Monday at the latest. The deadline is fast approaching, and they need to get it done. I'm gonna have to go down there, talk to them. Because I dropped it off on Friday, and they said, I'll work on it today. I'll get it done Monday at the latest. So anyways, hopefully they'll get it done. I know there's a rough time right now. All right, so this one's my last Monster Nitro. I might have to order another case. I think they stopped actually making this. No, it's not a mechanic. Not a mechanic. It's financial. And they're taking their time. I know I should have got it done, but just did not get to it yet. And the 15th is approaching, so they need to get it done by the 15th, or else I'm gonna have to. All right, buddy. I already have my own issues now, and I think I got to run around from the one company, and I still got to chase after this other company. They were liars to me too. They said they shipped it twice and it was delivered twice, and I got nothing. Of course, they're in China, so I think it was a bogus tracking number, and then they went through all this stuff, and they said they're gonna refund me 60% of what I paid. So should have known it was too good to be true. $3 t-shirt. So anyway, live and learn. But yeah. Anyways, that's some fun stuff. I hate when you get limited contact from people and they don't talk to you, and forget trying to go online or trying to call them on the phone. You can never get anything there. Customer service is ridiculous. Actually, that happened. I bought a phone case online, and it was from somewhere else. And they sent me the case, and number one, it was the wrong color. And because it came from like, what is it, Ireland or somewhere overseas. They sent me the wrong color and the wrong size case. And I'm like, okay. So I wrote to the people, and then they said, don't write us here, go to this website and put your problem in. So I went ahead and put my problem in. Said that you guys sent me the wrong case, you sent me the wrong size. I either want a refund or send it out again. And then they said, okay, we've got your ticket, we'll get back to you. They never got back to me. Went back, sent them another email, and then they said, go to this website, put your problem in. I put my problem in again. They said, okay, we've got your ticket, we'll look into it, we'll contact you. Got nothing. Sent them another email and said the same thing. Go to this website, put your problem in, we'll get back to you. I put it in, I filled out a ticket. I got nothing. 4 times I tried. I got nothing from nobody. Nothing resolved, nothing came back. It's just an endless circle. So I've pretty much given up on that one. Wrote it off. You know, you see these ads for these things, and they're supposed to be so wonderful and high quality service, and it's like, you get an automated website or something. So anyway, yeah, just some of the things you got to take in mind. Most of the stuff I get, it's not too bad. Yep, you kind of get you get what you get, and if they are overseas, it's tough. And sometimes they're a little misleading when you go online and it says, you know, United States stock or whatever. And then when they send it to you, it's like, comes from China. So, big lie. That actually happened. I ordered something and it was supposed to be somewhere in the United States, and it ended up coming from overseas somewhere, and who knows where it is. Those tracking numbers aren't real efficient. And sometimes they, yeah, you don't know where they are. Sometimes they show up, sometimes they don't. Sometimes they get lost. I've had a few things get lost completely. But, you know, live and learn. Most of the ones are pretty respectable. And they'll work with you too. And they're like really nice. Okay, don't worry. We'll do everything we can. We'll replace it. We'll ship it. We'll give you free credit. Yeah, unfortunately, that's what I think happened. Yeah, I've seen that. I'm not into. I don't know. I tried that Wish for a couple of times, and I gave up on that one because it was super slow, and they charge you a lot for shipping. You buy a $1 item, they charge you $4 shipping. It's like, why? You buy a $1 item, and they want $4 per item. So like if you buy a pen for $1, they're charging you $4 shipping, and then if you want 2 pens, they charge you $2 and $8 shipping. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, the mom and pop places can't really compete though. That's the only trouble. Actually, the other day I actually went back to a place that I hadn't been for a little while. It's a mom and pop shop. Now I don't know if they're gonna still be there or not. It was a good old greasy burger place. I actually did the one that was on Burger Wars. It was called Ben's Burgers, and it's all old school greasy diner. The board with the little stick up letters and um, the plastic on there and all that, and paper Coca-Cola cups everywhere. Old grill, working the grill, and French fries and milkshakes, and yeah, just old school all over the place, but fairly good. Hadn't been there for a little while. I don't know if they're still going to be there or not, because apparently they were going to be tearing down that whole shopping center and putting up apartment complexes, but that fell through. So I don't know if they're gonna do anything. The rest of the shopping center is completely abandoned, so a lot of places went under. I don't know if they're still going to be there or not. From what I heard, they were only going to save there's a market and a gas station. Apparently that's all they were going to save. They were going to tear everything else down. But I don't know if that's coming out, if that's actually going to happen or not. A lot of these projects got put on hold. They lost their funding. They got delayed. A lot of places have been going out of business too. The Burger King went out. There was another grocery store went out. There's some other stuff that's going out a lot, and they're not really replacing with anything. There are some new places here and there, but not that many. And what we do have, they're charging you a lot. Prices went way up. Go to the little mom and pop stop, and they charge you a fortune, $14 for a hamburger. I know they got to recover it, but that's an awful lot. And it's not anything spectacular. Not gourmet Wagyu beef or anything like that, but unfortunately, they've got to pass the expense on to you, and you've got to, go for it. So, yeah, a lot of places they don't have the help. The rent's too high. They're not making enough money. I found out that the grocery store was not being very profitable. I think it was too big. And it was too much space for what they had, and people didn't like going there. It was kind of out of the way. So unfortunately, they're, Brittany, how's it going? So yeah, just the way it is right now. And if you find a good mom and pop store, go while you can, because you can't always count on them. Yeah. And I used to go to this one called John's Burgers, which was there was a big rivalry between John's and Ben's. They're both charburgers. And everybody swore by John's Burgers. That's the best. They've been there for, 40 years. And recently it got sold, and I read reviews, and people went in there and it says, awful. The people are rude. The food's not good anymore. It's really gone downhill. I went there, about a year ago. Was not impressed. It was not like I remember it. And then I went to Ben's the other night. It was okay, but it's not like it used to be back in the heyday. They were the best burgers around, and now they're kind of, I think it's just the quality, what they're getting. And like I said, they have to pass the expense on to you. Mm-hmm. The one place that, oh my God, I almost fainted. I used to go to Nations a lot. Nations is got hamburgers, they got breakfast, they've got pies. And I remember when I first started going there about 15 years ago, prices were pretty decent. You can get a burger for about $4.50. Now it's $9 for a hamburger. And if you get a a breakfast, it's about $12. It used to be about $6. They basically doubled in price. And if you want chili cheese fries, you got to pay an extra $2 for chili and cheese. I don't understand why. It can't be that much, but and then the pie prices have gone way up. Yeah, I went there the other day and I got that $20 fill-up box. That was a good deal. Most of the other stuff a little bit expensive for like a bucket of chicken. But some people were saying, well, $20, that's a lot for fill-up meal, but you actually got quite a bit. You got 4 pieces of chicken, 4 biscuits, 20 nuggets, fries, and all that for 20 bucks. That's not bad. I think 4 pieces of chicken's going to run you about $10, $12 anyways, with no sides. So, yeah, pretty good deal for that. Anyways, promo deals. Try to get them when you can. But yeah, the mom and pop, they can't compete with some of these other ones. Sometimes they do the promo deals. Yeah. And I was going to go the other day. I couldn't believe it. I don't know what they're thinking, Little Caesars. They have the pretzel crust pizza was $6.99 and $7 for a pretzel crust pizza. And I'm like, okay, cool. And you can get, pretzel crust with pepperoni one topping for $7. And then they brought out the stuffed crust pretzel pizza for $17.99. $10 to put cheese in the crust. I can't I can't I can't rationalize that. That's way too much. Triple the price almost. So yeah. $10 to put to stuff the crust. Yeah, Little Caesars, you can stuff the price. Yeah, for the basic stuff, it is cheap. But I can't see paying $17 for a stuffed crust pretzel pretzel pizza. Just way too much. Domino's does not do stuffed crust. That's the problem. Found that out. You cannot get stuffed crust pizza at Domino's yet. Maybe soon they will. Maybe they won't. I don't know. But Papa John's and all the other ones do it. Yeah, we don't have a Pizza Hut. We only have a Domino's. And I missed out on the deal over the weekend. It was half off of all Domino's pizza. That was a good deal, but I don't know. I just I wasn't feeling a pizza from Domino's. But that's pretty good. And I think they are going to be bringing something back to Papa John's. I saw a promo for Shaq was in it. I think they're going to bring back the Shaq-a-roni maybe, or maybe a different one with him. Maybe sausage. I don't know. But that's in the works, so you'll see that. And then yeah. Yeah, I did see that. Emergency pizza, yeah. I think I have coupons now from them. That's good. Yeah, Domino's is killing it with their offers a little bit. A little bit better than some of these other ones. And I was like, I saw the one from Papa John's the other day. You can get a one topping, like a medium one topping for $6.99. Not bad. Between 12 and 4. So you have to go in the daytime. Yeah, I don't get it delivered. They charge way too much to get it delivered. The one time I was going to get Domino's, it was crazy. First of all, they charge you, you have to do, I believe it's a minimum of $30 or $25. I think you have to have a minimum of $25 for delivery before the tax and all that delivery charge. So you have to get at least $25, and then you have to pay $6 delivery charge on top of that. So you're going to pay $6 for delivery, which is the price of one of the deal pizzas, and you have to have at least $25. And then, yeah, you got to pay the delivery fee and all that. Yep, you got to buy like 3 pizzas, then you got to pay another $5 or $6 for delivery, then you got to pay tax. And then if you do that, it's more expensive. It's cheaper to go pick it up because you don't have to meet a minimum, you don't have to pay your delivery charge. And mine's just down the street, so that's why I go and pick it up all the time. But not everybody can do that, so you're at the mercy. And then if you do it through DoorDash or something, they charge you DoorDash fee. You have to leave a tip. You have to, starts running into big bucks. So do what you can, do what you want. Like I said, you have to stock up and keep stuff in the freezer. Have your emergency frozen pizza. Have your emergency burrito. I don't know. Stuff like that. Keep it on on hand just in case. And I was trying to see if there was anything strange stuff out there. I got a couple I still have to try. I'm not looking forward to it, but we will get it eventually. And what else? The super hot stuff, I'm kind of toning that down. I did get some, like I said, I have that scorpion hot sauce. That's pretty hot. I put some of that in a thing of soup the other day. Yeah. Yep. You know what? I have one that I'm still gonna. I have it. It's like a cheesesteak thing. So I just haven't got to that one. I made the chicken cheesesteak, which was actually pretty good. And I've seen Steak-umm. Try to get those when they're on sale. They're cheap. And I was trying to see some other stuff. Once in a while, they get a good sale. You could kind of stock up. Or canned items, if you can. Ramen's getting kind of iffy, man. I was gonna get some ramen. Oh man, $4 for a bowl of ramen, the good stuff, as opposed to like a buck for the cup of noodles. But yeah, $4 for. They got sriracha brand bowl of ramen, and it was $4. Like, yikes! And don't fall for that one. That Ocean's, what was it? Halo Ocean or whatever it was called. That was kind of not very good. It was all that all natural bowl and all natural noodles, and it comes with its own broth, and you microwave it, and the noodles never got soft. And it was all some kind of coconut broth, and I didn't care for it very much. But they still got a lot of weird stuff out there. Now, I don't know if they're going to do anything weird. Last year they did pumpkin spice cup of noodles. They've also done the breakfast cup of noodles, which I still have. I don't know if they're going to do another limited one. But they still have some strange stuff, I'm telling you. Noodles, yeah, stuff like that. Although you have to get the stuff, you keep it in stock, put it in the freezer, have it on in a can, shelf stable. Actually, I did send away for something that's going to be in a can that I gotta try. I just wish it wasn't just the plain version of it, but guess you could make your own. But I'm gonna try their commercial version of it. Yeah, because back when ramen used to be what, like 33 cents a container, now it's like about a buck a piece now. You can get them two for a dollar, three for a dollar. Yeah, I am not a, I am not an anchovy person. Mm-mm. Too salty, too nasty. And I did put up a new poll today. What is your favorite style of popcorn? Do you like microwave? Do you like old fashioned on the stove? Do you like Jiffy Pop? Pre popped? They've always got the ones in the bags already popped, or like movie theater style. We can get at the movie theater. Some people, everyone's a little different. They like the microwave one. They like the ones that they do it on the stove. Didn't really do the air popper. Some people still have air poppers. They swear by it. But I think the majority is probably microwave or stovetop. Get out your old aluminum pan, put it on the stove, put a little bit of oil in a lid and shake it up. Then you got Jiffy Pop, which is still an old classic. I've tried that a little while ago. Still not bad. But like at the movie theater, they have those little hoppers in the little thing that goes around. Oh yeah. Um Papa Murphy's, and I think um Papa John's I think is doing one too. And they are bringing them back. And apparently Burger King is going to have uh ghost buckets too. But I did hear that McDonald's is going to be doing that Halloween pails again. Now, I don't know when they start, probably later this week. I have the ghost one. I was only able to get one. It was only out for like a day or two and then they sold out. So, I think this year again whenever they get them, you need to get them in the first day or two because they're going to go. And it's nothing different. It's just a bucket, no lid, just a paper thing. And I think it's a hamburger and fries, or chicken McNuggets and fries. I think that's it. You don't get a toy. You get what you get. So that'll be coming out. And I did see something about Burger King was going to be doing a pail. Now I heard there's some big promo on Friday. I still have two in the trunk, the two ghost buckets. They're gonna be doing a promo at Burger King like on the 13th, Friday the 13th. $13, I think, for their Ghost Whopper fries and their Ghost Whopper. So check that one out. That's when apparently they're going to be coming out. Uh, so you can check those out. Now I have not had the Ghost chicken fries. It's just their spicy fries with ghost pepper seasoning. I think that's going to be coming out this week. And apparently, yeah, they got boo buckets or something that they're calling. And And they're gonna have the one now. I don't know if I don't think they're doing anything else. But I know McDonald or Jack in the Box has the witch shake. I still might go check it out. And I think Wiener Schnitzel's got a pumpkin milkshake. There's some other holiday stuff. I think Starbucks has stuff. Yeah, Papa Murphy's, and I think Papa John's is doing the jack-o'-lantern pizza. Only thing with that is it's not that great a deal. I tried to get it last year, and I was going to get it on Halloween, but apparently they were sold out. So, guess you have to get it before Halloween. And all it is just jack-o'-lantern shaped, and they put the pepperoni in a smiley face. That's all they do. And actually, I was in the store, but God, I couldn't believe it. I was gonna get some Reese's peanut butter cup bats, $5.99 for a bag of them. And it's like, dang, dude, guys are too expensive on this dang Halloween stuff. Wait till after Halloween, half off. So yeah, I was seeing all that bags of candy, $12 for bags, all these different things, and like I said, just way too expensive. I don't understand why they're charging you so much. And the specialty. Oh yeah, they start doing that. I remember a long time ago. We used to have a place called Value Giant. Missed that store. And they didn't have Santa Claus, they had Frosty. Frosty, some guy dressed up in a Frosty outfit, and he would hand out candy canes in a bucket. And that was what they did. They didn't have Santa Claus. They had Frosty the Snowman. It was cool. Oh, okay, yeah, there we go. Yeah, the review is out. It's already 12. Wow. Didn't realize it. But you will see you'll see Burger King at its finest. Or its worst, I don't know. That was not a good one. That's why I waited to put it out. That was a fail. I don't know, Burger King and chicken, not so good. I did the honey mustard. I did the honey mustard chicken sandwich, and it was awful. First of all, the chicken was overcooked, and they drowned it in honey mustard sauce, and it made the chicken soggy. It was sliding all over. Yeah, it just was not good. They put like 10 times the amount of honey mustard they should have, and it was not crispy chicken. It was not tasty chicken. It was gross chicken. So that unfortunately was their honey mustard one that they did the build on. Just not a fan at this point. Yeah, I more than not, I think I tried those crispy, or the crispy king wraps or whatever they're called. I think they screwed my order up on that one, and it was just not very good. It was just no. Burger King and chicken just are not working. So I'm kind of hesitant to try these ghost pepper chicken fries. They can't mess them up too bad, though. But most of the time I get their chicken, and it's messed up, it's horrible, yeah. They don't have quality chicken. I'd rather have Wendy's. Better quality chicken, more tasty, better flavor. Yeah. anyways, that's that is what it is. And like I said, now they got rid of the one because it had been going downhill for years. Oh, hey, Ranger. Thank you very much for that. Oh yeah, I do. I still have the I still have my dice. I got the I still got to ink these ones, and I got the these are the glow in the dark. And I actually have more in here. I did get my glow in the dark things. I just have to ink them. Speaking of that, on here. Where did I put it? Maybe it's in here. I got some other ones on the way. I got some new ones here. Oh yes, here's the one. This is cool because it's a black light, and I got these fluorescent paints. And what you do is, you can't really see it real good, but you can see it a little bit on there. I turned the light off, but anyways, these are all fluorescent ones for the one set. And I did get I got some new ones. These had bigger dice. These are the 20-sided big ones. They had 2 of those. And then these ones are fluorescent. They glow in the dark. They're blue and green. Then I got a mystery set. These are cool because they're dice and they're like marbled, and they have this their logo, their dice logo. And what else did I get? One is all mixed up colors. And yeah, these are the glow in the dark fluorescent ones. And this is the other one. If I can, it's at the bottom of the. This is weird because these are 4-sided dice, but they're not triangles. They're like, I don't know, cylinder. Came with that dice set. One of these. Yeah, here we go. These are the other kind of cool marbly dice. And then this one was only $5. This one is cool. To get it all together. All right, here. This is a mini dice set. So here we go. This is actually a 20-sided dice. The whole set is a miniature version of that one. And then some of these other ones were all mystery ones, different colors. Orange. That was from the one company called Dice Envy. Dice Envy is the name of that company that I got those from. And I actually have a couple other ones on their way, but they're coming from China, I think. So it's going to be a little while before they get here. Maybe lost in the mail. And I still have these other ones from this set. It's kind of like a dragon's eye. And these were cool ones. I got the perfect for me. I got a mystery dice. And they are hamburgers inside the dice. Hamburger dice. all the dice in there are hamburgers. Let's see. The cats are sleeping. And I got another, these are the fluorescent dice that glow in the dark. You have to charge them up though. And then another one that's fluorescent, and then random ones. Still got the hamburger. And these are just, you just see, just random colors. And then, like I said, I have the other ones I still have to ink. And I got one of these are the glow in the dark blue and purple. And then these are called Purple Rain. They are, apparently that glows. It's like purple dice with like red ink. And then I've got these green ones, and I'm going to make them fluorescent when I get those. And then these are the other ones uninked, and I will ink them with one of the other ones. Actually, I have some other ones coming in. It's kind of interesting. One of them is a ultraviolet blood splash dice. They're white dice, and you put them under the ultraviolet light, and it has blood splashes on them. That one's coming in. That should be interesting. And have blotches of blood on the dice. So yeah, all different colors of that, and then they got the fluorescent ones. The ones that came in the test tube were kind of cool. A lot of different dice companies out there. Some of them you just pay shipping. Some of them you pay like a certain amount. Some of them are fluorescent. Some of them are color changing thermal. I used to have a really cool thermal one that changed from like light orange to dark orange when you held them in your hand. Those are kind of cool. Yeah, got a lot of different dice out there. They've got a whole lot. They got metal dice. They got ones that are marble. Some of them will run about $100 a set. And I've even seen one that is chargeable. Comes with LED lights. Comes with its own box. And they charge. They charge, and then they light up when you roll them. LED lights. That'd be cool. But yeah, they're like about $50 for some of them. But got a few of those to do. Like I said, I got all my. So I'm gonna wait for the glow in the dark lights paint. So like I said, I have to do that. I have to ink them. Some of them don't come inked. Some of them do. Depends on how you get them. But certainly lots of different dice, lots of different weird ones. I used to have a lot more, but somewhere along the line, my collection went away. I used to have the 100-sided ones that were just basically a ball. Yeah, a lot of different stuff like that. Still have the books, still have some of the modules. I've got a couple of the old maps. And I think the monster manuals and the original player's handbook from the season 2, the second edition. Didn't do the first edition, but I've done the second edition. So still have those. And one is worth a little bit of money because it's the Deities and Demigods edition with the extra chapters in them that they pulled later on. So I was able to get that one. Way back when I used to play back in the 80s. And they released it, and there were 2 chapters in there that I guess they had a problem. They had copyright issues, so they pulled them out of the future editions. And if you were able to get the first edition with those additional chapters in them, you got a collector's item. A little bit. It's worth a little bit more. They subsequently took it out. Copyright issues, I guess. They didn't have the authority or the rights to it, so they had them pull them in all the future editions. And now I think, what are they up to, like 5 or 6 I don't even know. I haven't played it in 20 some odd years. And haven't even played the online games anymore. But yeah, I used to have all those. Used to do the dice, games on the weekend, lead figures, the maps, the dry erase grid ones. We used to have a weekly game. Those were fun back in the day. But one time we did an epic overnight game that lasted 3 days. And we were kind of sick by the end of that one. Back in the day when you'd have Jolt, Mountain Dew, whatever to keep you awake. And we used to play like all night. On one weekend, we did a weekend overnight game, and we were up till like 3 in the morning playing. And I think we ended up calling Domino's and getting pizza and all that other stuff. I actually had that game. I had Pool of Radiance. I had was it the Forgotten Realms? One of the video games that was on a Commodore 64. I had that. Eye of the Beholder, Might and Magic. What was that one? Ultima, Questron. I still have the maps for Ultima, the cloth maps. Don't have the games anymore, but I kept the cloth maps. Those were really cool. I had them hanging on the wall. And they had coins and other stuff like that. And what else? Yeah, there's a bunch of them like that. Yeah, Might and Magic, Eye of the Beholder. What was all the TSR games? What was it? Diablo was another one. I remember that. Hi, Tazzy. Coming over here. Hi. Where you going? Tazzy. Tazzy, come on. Okay, now go. Go over there. Tazzy, go get some food. There you go. Tazzy was over here bugging me. But yeah, I used to play those all the time. All the old games. I'm trying to remember. Some of them were like really simple. Some of them were just like a point and click. I actually did Bard's Tale 1 and 2, I believe. And then they had the other ones that were the offshoot, the Leisure Suit Larry, and the Land of the Lounge Lizards. What's that? All those weird ones. Infocom games, I remember those. And if, what's his name? If Name was here, he would know about Leather Goddess of Phobos. Those were weird. They were Infocom games, and they had a scratch and sniff card with each game. And as you were playing it, it told you, sniff number 3. Old pizza. They had those, and then they had the Diablo and Ultima 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Ultima Online. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe he's just not up this late. That's okay. I don't know. He might have got. I don't think anybody timed him out or anything. He might have got. He might have got blocked. I'm not sure. I don't think so. I have to go in and look and see if he accidentally got put on the block list. Maybe that's why he's not been in here, or he's just not coming in. I got other things to do, and I understand. And you know what? I just found out I made another big accomplishment. Hit a milestone the other day, and I didn't even know it. Been kind of watching it off and on. But, probably it's going to be a little bit longer, but I just made 750,000 views. So that's pretty cool. We'll have to see when it gets to 1 million. So only another 250,000. So, yeah, pretty cool. which means people are watching the videos. May not be watching all of them, but yeah, I don't know. He might have. I don't think he blocked. He might have got blocked by accident. I don't know, but yeah, sometimes he gets a little bit carried away. I don't know. Some people just. Nah, I don't think so. I'm gonna go. I'll have to check and see if he is or he isn't. Um, if he is, it was an accident. I don't think people meant to hide him, but sometimes he does get a little bit out of control. But also, it is late, and maybe he's just he's not on. I don't know. Hi, Zig. What you doing? Where you at? But yeah, there's still lots of games and things out there. I don't do as much of the online gaming like I used to. Yeah, that's true. And yeah. But yeah, I used to do a lot of the online stuff, not so much anymore. I play tablet games here and there, but that's about it. But I was way into the what was it, Doom, Duke Nukem. Hi, Ziggy. Hi, coming over, say hi. Come on, Ziggy. Okay, bye. Yeah, there goes. Ziggy came over, said hi. Now he's going to get some food. So Zig comes and bothers me at night. But they have a lot of. I used to have a whole lot of games for the 64, but I stopped playing them for a little while. Then when the internet started getting big, and I used to be on part of what was it, Pogo Games and Shockwave, some of these other online adventure games and puzzle games and stuff like that. Bejeweled and all those other ones. I used to play those. Not so much anymore. But back in the day, Dungeons and Dragons and dice and online games and all that fun stuff, I was way into it. Still collect the dice, still collect some of the modules, um, the older stuff like that. I need to go through my um, boxes and see if I could find my folders that I had where I designed certain artifacts and characters and all that stuff. Yeah. I love that one. What was it? Gauntlet Dark Legacy was the one from the Nintendo 64. I played that a lot. That was kind of cool game. And those were like the pattern games. You play them and you figured out the pattern. Used to play that all the time. And what was that one? I remember the old ones we were talking about. I would play on the Commodore 64. And it had the cartridges, and they were the Commodore 64 games, and they were like adventure games. Was it Adventureland? Um, Pirates Cove. Some of those other ones, and they were strict type-in games, like Zork, Zork 2, all those ones that you just typed in the words. I remember those. Those were fun. Yeah, that's where you learned your typing skills. Typing in, open door, go right, take sword. Those were fun. And then, yeah, I played that Dark Legacy for a little while. The one that I loved was GoldenEye. Everybody says that was a really good game for the Nintendo 64 if you've played it. And then they had the straight one-on-one battles. It was kind of like, head-to-head. That was kind of fun. I played GoldenEye. And then I think it was I think it was on that one. I think it was um, Grand Theft Auto 3 or something like that, or 2. I don't remember if it was on that one or if, I think it was, or maybe it was on the original Xbox. I had the Xbox and I had the Nintendo 64. So yeah, I don't know, but I used to play that all the time, and I had that one. Was it South Park? Was on the Nintendo 64. I played that for a little while. Got to the end, but I never finished it off. I think I needed a kid to play the game to finish it off because I couldn't do it. I think you need kids to get past those final stages. Yeah, but I used to have that, and I think I had a few other ones, not too many. I didn't really have all that many. I didn't play a lot of games back in the day. Nintendo 64, yeah, played a couple, but that's all I had was the original Xbox and Nintendo 64. That's all I had. Didn't have very many games for them too, because you're talking what, $50 a pop for a game that you play for a little while. I still keep hearing that stupid Donkey Kong Country. And the guy that boom 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 boom, they playing the bongo drums and all that. But back in the day, that was like great. I remember my friends were into it. I don't think I played that one, but I had Atari. Loved Atari when I was little. Atari 2600. I had all the games, all the cartridges. I played, yeah, Donkey Kong 64, and I think what was it, Super Mario Brothers was one of the first ones. And I don't know if I played any of the other ones. I didn't have a very big collection. I had like about a dozen games on that. Didn't play very much. But then I played the Atari. I played a lot of those games. That was the thing to have back when I was in high school. Everybody had an Atari. We played the crappy games, Pac-Man. No, I did not play that. I didn't have it. You know what? I did have a friend. I would go over to his house. His father worked for Activision, and he was able to get the games for like $5 a piece. And what it was it was just a little circuit board, and then it had a place to put the little chip in it, and he would just buy the chip. He wouldn't buy the cartridges. Just put the chip in the thing, and then you put it in and you play the game. So he was able to get like all the new games like Pitfall and whatever Activision had for like $5. All he would do would buy the chip. You didn't buy the cartridge, you didn't buy the thing, and you just had a box of all the different chips, and it said like Pitfall and whatever else he had. But I used to play the Yar's Revenge, Asteroids, Pac-Man, a bunch of the other ones. Never played ET. I heard stories about that one. Such a horrible game. They buried it in a landfill. They found it years later. They said they figured out how to go for it. They found the area where all the buried things were. Actually, it was a documentary on there, ultrasound or radar or something. They found where it was buried. It was horrible. One of the worst games ever. It was not a good one. Yeah, probably. There's actually a documentary. I think it's out on YouTube or something on there where they were showing how they spent all the time to try and find it, and then they found some of it. But they said it was so bad that they buried all the cartridges in the desert, in the landfill. Years later, they found them, but yeah. Some of the games for those were really, really bad. Adventure was like nothing. It was a little dot. You were the little dot. You took it all everywhere. And the dragons looked like ducks. And yeah, some Pac-Man was horrible. Just remember all those old games, you know, because it was real limited graphics on that thing. Sounds were horrible. Pictures were blocky. Just didn't work. That's why when Nintendo 64 came out, everybody's like, whoa, graphics are so much better and you can look around. Yeah. Some of them were rare. I remember some of the ones I used to have on Commodore 64. Summer games, winter games. Oh Lord, I'm trying to remember some of the old floppy disks. And they were not the plastic ones. They were the old 5 1/4. Played those for a while. Or Oregon Trail, everybody played that. They hated that game. You have died from dysentery. You got cholera. You're dead. Your ox drowned in the river. Never won that game. I think somebody had one. What, that was the one with the plastic that you had to put up on the screen, I think. There's a limited amount of games and you had to put plastic over there and it was just a dot, light dot. Hey, my. And then they had what? ColecoVision, Magnavox Odyssey, Intellivision, which was not very good. Yeah, they were weird. And then they had like cards and cardboard pieces and playing pieces and stuff. I never really understood that. I think someone had it, but they didn't know how to play it, and it was like a waste of time. But I think they had Intellivision and they had ColecoVision, and I remember one guy got an Amiga. That was like the thing to have back then. Dude, I got an Amiga, which was better than the Commodore 64, better than the Atari 400 or 800. Yeah, the old game systems and stuff were fun back in the day. But yeah, I played those all the time. Like I said, Atari was my game. And when I was in high school, everybody was making an Atari stand. In woodshop, they all made an Atari stand, like shelves to put your Atari on, and then a shelf to put the games in. That was the thing back in the day. Everybody was designing an Atari stand. I remember that. Mine I did, and it just did not work right. The legs were all crooked, and it sort of worked, but it didn't. Yep. Some of them were really, really cheap. Blocks. You know, like I said, yeah, red or blue. Still used to love the Gauntlet, though. Playing the Gauntlet in the arcades, those were fun. Yeah, but back in the day, that was the fun stuff. I mean, they've changed since then. But excuse me. Yeah, I used to play all those. You know what? I don't even get into the new Minecraft and whatever. I don't have the PS whatever 5, 6, I don't know. Yeah, Tetris was back in the day was a bunch of cubes too, so that was $1 billion company too. But yeah, I don't do the Minecraft or what is it, Halo and Rainbow Six, all those shooter games. I can't get into that. Some people spend hours on that. I used to do World of Warcraft for a minute, but then when I had to pay the monthly fee, I just like, nah, I don't play it enough. Some people would be on there for hours and hours and got their microphone all set up and going on raids all the time. I couldn't get into that. I don't spend that much time online and that gung-ho. Some people are a little more into it, but it is what it is. Like I said, I don't do gaming. I don't have gaming systems anymore. Way too expensive. If you're paying $50 a game, yeah, it's probably a better outlet. You don't get addicted to nicotine, I guess. Probably better, but yeah, but some people will get way too involved in all that stuff. And I know back in the day they were saying, don't get involved in these things because it's bad for you. I remember back the day Dungeons and Dragons. No, don't get addicted to Dungeons and Dragons. It's bad. Okay, it's bad. Don't do Dungeons and Dragons. They're bad. You get addicted. So I know some people were saying. I remember my one friend. He was in a foster house and he was like way into the Dungeons and Dragons and he was like always wanted to do a DM. And he was always doing his game and he got put into a foster home and the people there were Christians. That didn't work too good. He couldn't have anything to do with Dungeons and Dragons. He couldn't even mention it. They wouldn't let him have his stuff in the house. He had to put it like in storage because he couldn't have anything to do with Dungeons and Dragons. That's satanic, So that didn't work too good. And it wasn't that bad. But some people said it was hidden if you read stuff backwards, and they're always trying to find something like that. Yeah, they told you we're doing satanic rituals and sacrifices and demon worshiping and all that stuff. No. But the only thing we got addicted to was Jolt Cola and Mountain Dew and Cheetos. Probably about it. That was the big stuff back then, you had to stay awake. Cheetos and Doritos and junk food. Junk food and Jolt Cola. Mountain Dew. That was like the big thing back then. Or all the good drinks too. They had, what was it? New York Seltzer, Snapple, Sobe, all the cool stuff back then. But that was what you had while you played it, Junk food all the time. Yeah. Oh, Zeke. Hey, Desi. What you doing? Coming over here? No. No, Tazzy. I don't have nothing for you. Hi. Taz. Go lay down. Tazzy, go lay down. Getting fur everywhere. He always comes and bugs me. No, flop it on the floor. Yeah, he's just a weird cat. And so let's see. Yeah, I played all those things in the day and had all the figures and the books and the games and all that stuff, and that was fun, when we were growing up. But then I kind of outgrew that, and My one friend kind of didn't. Everything he did was always about, we're going to get the band back together. We're going to play some games again. We're going to have a weekend game and get in a group together. And, here we are, way out of high school. And he's still back in the day playing Dungeons and Dragons and, getting groups together and having sleepovers and whatever else. Yeah. No goat offerings, no secret satanic rituals, no demon summoning, no paint, no blood sacrifices, none of that. No werewolf coming out in the moonlight. Nah, it was way far from that. But some people were way into that stuff. They would dress up. I mean, they would have like conventions and stuff like that. I remember one time, back in the 80s, I went to a Star Trek convention back in, what is it, like 82? And I just wore I think I wore a Red Dwarf t-shirt. And everybody went nuts. And then they were like, dude, I love Red Dwarf. And then I got like a Star Trek thing, and everybody was, they were the geeks talking about the show and the props and all that stuff. But yeah, everybody was way into it. Some people were way too much into it. They had groups of people, and they would dress up in the uniforms, and they would have weekly meetings, and they had their own starship where they had a banner, and everybody was captain, and everybody was, whatever. I don't know if they did like weekly reenactments or things like that, but they said, be part of the Starship Antares, and they had their own thing. Yeah, I remember seeing that. They did that one, was it Monsters and Mazes or something with Tom Hanks, and where he flipped out and thinks he killed somebody and they were chasing him. Yeah, it was kind of like that. That's what they were saying. It was all the satanic ritualists and all that. But yeah, when I went to that convention, the people were like, kind of, it was before that, what they call LRUPs or LURPs. But back then they had a group of people, and they was like, it was before the internet, where it was like bulletin boards, and they would just have a weekly meeting where you went over to somebody's house and you wore a uniform. Most of the time it was like homemade uniforms, and then they would, I don't know, they had minutes, and they had a meeting, and they talked about the show, I guess, and over minutes. I didn't get into it as much. They wanted me to get into it. They said, hey, join it, pay your dues, go to the meetings. And I'm like, nah, I'm not that much into it. And you're supposed to get your own uniform, and you were assigned a position on the ship. I don't know if it was using that. There was one called FidoNet. And they had dial-up bulletin boards when I first started out. Before the internet, before all that one. And it was like CompuServe and some of these early ones, Genie, CompuServe, and when AOL was first starting out. But they were all dial-up bulletin boards, and you just dial up a number, you go to a bulletin board, and they just left notes. I think you could quote email back and forth, leave messages for people. That was before all the Yahoo Messenger and all that stuff, when the internet was very young. They just had a group of dial-up numbers, and you had to dial a local number to get to whatever bulletin board system they were on. So I remember I researched that for one of my final projects that we had to do. FidoNet. It was just a printout of all the local numbers that you could dial up from your modem. They didn't even have cable or anything like that. 1200 baud for 24. Took forever to load things. Low res graphics. But that's what it really was at the beginning, was just messages and bulletin board postings and very low res graphics. Oh yeah, when you got 56K dial up, man, it was like, whoa, yeah. Or 28.8. Yeah, man, it's like, yeah, right on. I remember I was working at a newspaper and they were throwing away a 1200 baud modem. I'll take it. I got home, hooked it up, and it took forever to download a page of bulletin board or whatever. Then I got a 2400 baud and I was like, woohoo, twice as fast. Yeah. Then you got into the Sportster, 14.4, 28.8. Then they got into the 56. Then they got into the at home, which was like the cable modem all the time. I was like, oh yeah, now we're styling. But back in the day, yeah, dial-up modems, like the one from War Games. You dial up and it was very slow, and no one could be on the phone while you were on the phone. My sister always would try to be on there. Wait a minute. Yeah, I never understood the whole need to use AOL. AOL was not a actual internet service. It was just a browser. You had to have some sort of dial-up package, some sort of internet provider. AOL was not a provider. They were just a browser. And you had to have a service provider or an internet package, either dial-up or modem or whatever. But yeah, I never understood the need to do AOL. I mean, it had games, it had chat rooms, stuff like that, but never really got into that. Some people could only use the AOL browser. They couldn't, back then, what was it, Netscape was like first on the browser, and then you use web crawler and Bing. I don't remember some of the other. Yahoo was first starting out, but back in the day, yeah, you just you had to use that, or you had a shell browser that you used. Internet Explorer was kind of new, but some people swore by AOL. You have to go on AOL, log in the whole "you've got mail." But that was after you already had to have an internet provider. However, whatever company you signed up for, paid a monthly fee for them. I had Prodigy. When it first started out, I had Prodigy. Yeah, Netscape was like the big thing. They had a game. They had AOL keyword, and then they had the AOL Messenger. Oh, you could talk to people. And then they started getting into the chat rooms and the whole 9 yards. But back in the infancy, where you had to do everything yourself, a lot of people couldn't do that. Didn't know how to use a browser. Didn't know how to use a search engine. Yeah, just and if you had to use DOS before Windows, couldn't figure that out. C prompt, change directory, list things, run programs. Real basic stuff. People could not grasp that. And then the Windows came along, and then they did it for you, and everybody else was like, wow, Windows, yeah. Magic Windows does it for you. You don't have to type in commands. Just move the thing and click it. Yep. And then you had all the different messengers, ICQ, AOL, Yahoo. There's a whole bunch of different ones. All were popping up all the time, and you had some kind of messenger that you were able to chat back and forth. But back in the early days, man, it was not so simple. You had to figure it out yourself, and you had to be a little bit computer savvy to know how to navigate, know how to get around, know how to log on, setting up profiles. Like I said, dialing up different numbers. And then if that one didn't work, you had to have a backup one. Some of them were a lower speed, so you had to go at a lower speed. There were only so many in the area. And then if you had to go somewhere else, you had to pay a toll. And yeah, it was not like as easy as it was now. It's just instantly connected. Had to do a little bit more work and figure it out yourself, you know. But that's what I grew up on. That's what I grew up with. I kind of knew the whole how to navigate, how to get online. It was just in its infancy, you know. That was when it was cool, you know. You had to do a little bit of work for yourself. But a lot of people just wanted it all done, you know, just point and click and then you're good to go. And they didn't want to have to configure it themselves. That's what I used to love when I was growing up. I had a PC and you could swap out all the different parts for it. Get a better modem, get a better sound card, more memory, better power levels. And the people that had Apple or a Macintosh or whatever, you're stuck with whatever you had. You couldn't upgrade anything. It was all one together. You had to do the whole system. You couldn't just upgrade more memory. You couldn't upgrade a faster modem. Yeah. You couldn't swap out hard drives. You couldn't swap out memory cards. Some people didn't know how to do that. I remember that. Yeah, you bought a system and it was good for what? A couple of years? And then you couldn't upgrade it anymore, so you had to buy something new? Because they only went so far. The old Macintosh systems only let you upgrade so much, and a lot of the stuff was not made for Mac. It was PC or Mac, and most of the software was PC. Not a lot was Mac. So they had a lot more for PC, all the games, all the software things. And yeah, I remember that. My mom actually had a Mac, and it got to a point where everywhere she would go, it was outdated. They didn't have the new upgrades for it. It was really, really slow. Yeah, I had a koala pad too. The membrane tablet, and you had a little pencil and you draw on that. And you paint things, the coloring numbers. Yeah, all that fun stuff. Touch pads. Yeah, and also the graphics. Store your pictures. JPEGs. Back in the day, that was a big thing. High-res pictures. Take a long time to load, too. Remember that one time? My friend had a 21-inch, he got a brand new 21-inch monitor that he had with his, it was a PC. He got this great new high-res 21-inch monitor that was like, you know, really, really sharp. This was before flat screens. And he was going, hey, let's go here, let's go there. And, you know, and he said, let's look at this picture. Let's look at this picture. And it took a little while to load a picture. And one time he's all like, well, let's go to this site, see what's on this site. It was some kind of a jewelry and piercing site. And he clicked on one picture. And as it's slowly loading, you start seeing the picture. And it was like Not family appropriate. He quickly had to shut the monitor off. Let's not go there. There's a body piercing. That was not appropriate. But you didn't know that. Yeah, it was huge. I mean, it was giant. The screen was 21 inches. It was like a big hunkin', yeah, TV. Old style TV. It had a great picture, but and then they started coming out with the flat screen LCD screens and all that. But yeah, that 21-inch monitor was huge. I think it was a Sony too, so it was good. Good quality, good graphics. You just had to be careful of where you went, because sometimes it took took a minute or two to load the pictures, and all of a sudden you got a whole screen full of, you know, adult art. Not appropriate for the whole family. Be careful where you went. Hit the back button. Hit the back button. Quick. Well, now, geez, pop-up ads. More of that stuff comes up in pop-up ads, I'm telling you. You don't have any control over it. And the way they spoof you on the name of the places, you know, you go to don't go to whitehouse.com, go to whitehouse.org. Apparently whitehouse.com is a whole different thing. Or whitehouse.gov. Yeah, just watch those different common sites. They commandeer those sites and think you're going to just stumble upon them. And you don't want to go there. I always told people, I said, there are some sites out there for everything you can imagine. You know, string a bunch of stuff together and you're going to get pictures of whatever. Something you could never imagine, they've probably got pictures of it somewhere. Buffaloes wearing tennis shoes. I don't know. If you want to do that, if you want to see buffaloes wearing tennis shoes, okay, yeah. Someone's got pictures of them somewhere. Yeah. Strange people, you know. They actually had that one called Corn Hub, CORN, and apparently it's about corn. Corn on the cob, buttered corn. Yeah. In addition to the other hubs. But they had all that old stuff. Now it's completely changed. It's all different. Not like it was in the beginning. A little more undiscovered back then, you know. People back in infancy, it was a little bit easier to get around. Now it's completely, I don't understand it. There's so many different people that could go in and check stuff out and all these things. Well, not as simple as it once was. So lots of stuff to check out, guys. Lots of stuff to look at. Yeah, it's been about 2 hours, so should be wrapping it up soon and get a little sleep. I'll be back on Wednesday. Stay tuned for all the fun reviews coming up. You could check out all the stuff that I've already put out. Take part in the poll. Yep, it's always messed up, always broken. You search for something and it has nothing to do with what you're searching for. I hate that. I try to find something and it's like you search for it and you can't ever find it. Okay, yeah. Thank you, Ranger, for the donation. Hope you guys have a good week. Like I said, I'll be back on Wednesday. I gotta do a couple of things. And Wednesday I have to go pick up cat litter because I gotta do another test, another cat litter test. I've been testing out scented cat litter for the last week, and then I gotta go next week. I gotta go pick up some more, see how they like that. Hopefully they'll like it a little bit better. And yeah, all that fun stuff. And hopefully I'll be getting some of the things that I've got on order. Get those out there. Meantime, stay tuned for all the regular reviews, all the online polls, all the fun stuff. And if I come across anything, I'll put it on Instagram. Lots of cartoons, lots of fun stuff like that. Always fun stuff to check out. So thanks, guys, for tuning in tonight. Thanks for being part of the fun. And thanks for being part of the channel. So hope you guys have a good rest of your week. And do something good. Stay tuned for all the fun stuff that's coming out. I know there's a couple of new releases going to be coming out soon, so I'll probably be checking those out soon. All right, guys, so I will talk to you next time, and everybody have a great day, and I will see you soon. Thanks for tuning in today. All right, guys, good night.